Cancer, it is so good to see you. I am Rebecca, Empathic Crow. I'm excited to do these zodiac readings, and so I'm trying to remember to do my intros and stuff. I do intuitive tarot readings. I do have training on the cards and card meanings, but I tend to read them like a story. And so we are going to see what story unfolds for you today, Cancer. If you would like a private reading for a more specific read and information, guidance, whatever comes through for you, I do have private readings available, and you can book them through my website. I'll put that information in the description box. Excuse me, I'm losing my voice. Now, with this reading, you did have a card that came out that may be part of our focus. So this is from the Love Oracle cards. Not that this is necessarily a love reading, and it is a general collective reading, so take what resonates, leave what doesn't. This is just a generic Love Oracle that I got off of Amazon, or doesn't give you information on who it's from. I like these cards because they give you a focus and then some words, some things that we can look at for, energy and stuff. So influences, attachments, third parties, and peers. So I'm not sure yet what's going to be part of this for you, Cancer, but it did come out, so I did set it to the side for us. All these cards are pre-shuffled to try to save some time, and we will start with the Radiant Rider Waite, and I say Smith Tarot deck because I believe Smith is who did the artwork. I want to make sure to give credit where credit is due. So for some reason, I'm feeling like I need to ground for you or ground with you. So if you want to ground with me, you can, but let's take a grounding breath. Seeing a bright green heart chakra there, Cancer. We know that Cancer, just like I'm a Scorpio sun, you know, our emotions run deep, but there's something there with that heart chakra. You've got a big green heart. You've got a lot of heart, a lot of empathy, but something's, going on here. Let me cover her up, and I'll use a stone when I put her back down. So we've got the Star card here. So with that influences, attachments, third party, and peers, this is something where you're having to heal from a situation or situations. And with the imagery on this influences card, I feel like it may be relationships, but I feel like it's peers, like people that you love and trust in general. There's a sense of, with at least some of them, and it's more than just one, feeling like you couldn't trust them as much as you thought. Like they disappointed you, they hurt you, whether intentionally or not. There's a crow flying past my window as I say that. Whether intentionally or not, you've been hurt, and right now you're trying to heal. You're trying to figure out how to put yourself back out there. Like the star is really bright in my eyes for some reason right now, and for me, that's allowing yourself to be seen. And it's hard to allow yourself to be seen when you've experienced that hurt. We're going to put a rose quartz heart over top of her to keep her decent for YouTube. Or if I do a clip from this video on whatever platform. But part of this is going to be you. Well, I've not really looked at the bird in the tree very often. And I'm hearing like songbirds. What am I hearing? Hold on. Oh, I see trees of green, red roses too. I watch them. What a wonderful world. I couldn't think of the name of the song. Yeah, so part of your healing is, it's not that you have to be in the sunshine and rainbows kind of energy, but it's you being able to recognize the things in the world, like not in this desolate condition that this card is showing, but seeing the little things that bring you joy, the things that are wonderful. Right now, it was snowing earlier and then not snowing, and it's not snowing now. It was on and off, and it's very dark out there, whereas this morning it was bright and sunny, and I feel like that's interesting timing for when I'm recording your video. And as I say that, now it's snowing again. Are you kidding me? I can't. But anyway, I'm recording this in February, but the focus is the energy for February to the end of March. But if you see it at any other time, that's fine. It's a timeless video. I hold the intention of people see things when they need it. I want the messages to get out to who they need to go to when they need to go to them. So it's being able to see those beautiful things in the world like you did before, and also recognizing that you're part of that. You're part of that beauty. You're part of the reason that on days like this, that others see you as the star, but you don't have to hold the weight for everyone. There's a lot coming through with that, so we're going to move forward with the cards. Now, with the jugs that she has, it could be terracotta jugs, but I'm seeing the orange in that. Also, the orange in the bird that's up the top, and I'm not going to hold it up again because I have to finagle holding her and everything. But that sacral chakra energy has come in for several other signs. And Cancer, I feel like it's coming in for you as well. Allowing yourself to be playful, creative, stepping into that energy, this 10 of Pentacles, where you feel like there's, and that's where What a Wonderful World came in. I was about to say where there's possibility. So it's you getting out of that space of feeling like things just, people aren't going to change, things aren't going to change, that it's really dark. It's true that sometimes there are difficult things and it feels like it's going to be that way forever, but knowing that it's not, like the joy, the abundance, the connections, all of those things are still within reach, and you still have some of those things. It's just being able to look at them in a different perspective. Like we have here these old structures, and they're very rigid is the word coming into my head, but that's not what I'm wanting to say. Rigid, I don't know, is coming from somewhere else. And the old structures may be rigid, but the color is very plain, dull. Those aren't the words I'm looking for either. But there's so much life here, and the older structures, it's just kind of like it exists, but it's fading into the background. I don't know. We'll see what's coming through with that. But yeah, you being able to see the hope and potential in the world. And as I said that and set that down, I see this little kid peeking out from behind the woman. Like kind of your inner child is taking a step out and asking, is this safe? Can I let my inner child out? I've been hurt. I've felt like I have to go back to the standards and the rigid structures. I can't let my heart shine. I can't let my heart shine. That came with a big sigh because that's how it feels. The Six of Wands says that there is a victory though. Like this is you being able to recognize that you are what I'm hearing. You are the victory. Like you are the sun. You are the sun and the moon is what I'm hearing. You are the sun and the moon. So there's a balance that you can have within you, Cancer, but it's not letting your emotions run wild. It's understanding that you can be grounded and you can have confidence, and you can also have your heart out here, that green for the heart chakra, and that it will be okay. I'm seeing the, I think it's the Five of Wands where it looks like he's in a battle, but he may not be. And then we have the victory card. So it's understanding that not everything has to be a battle. Not everything has to be uphill. Not everything has to feel as dark as this. And not everything that feels like it's heavy or dark is. It's how you look at it. It's perspective. I'm hearing perspective. Like even his perspective up on the horse is different than the perspective of these people down here. We'll see if there's more coming with that. And then right now, seeing the white horse, I'm seeing the sun card. So understanding that new beginnings are there, but they may be like covered up, and you may not feel like you know what to trust. There's a lot coming through for you, Cancer. So let's continue and see where this is going. All right, 3 cards. We'll see what they say. I've been holding these kind of funny. Put those there. Yeah. Let's see. Which way are we going? This was on the bottom, so we'll go with this. So the King of Cups, I feel like, is again saying you got to balance your perspective and balance your emotions. You can't just have your heart out on your sleeve and it's really big and that's what's the big focus. You've got to be grounded. You've got to have that confidence, and it be able to speak your truth. And so I feel like the King of Cups is saying, I don't feel like you want to minimize, like I talk about sometimes how he's got the green shoes and that's the only green that's in the card other than in the waves. Like your heart may feel like you're in this chaos of emotions. These waves are pretty settled compared to some of the King of Cups cards though. But it may feel like your emotions and your heart, they are intertwined, but that it's like, I hear flowing away from you. That it feels like you're just giving and giving and giving all this emotion. But part of that's because if you've got your heart completely open and you're not finding that balance, you're going to need that star card healing because you're not pouring into your cup. She's got 2 cups, if you see them, and she's pouring equally. She's also grounded and she has her foot in the water. So she's balancing those emotions in the grounded aspect. So he's got his feet on the ground and that green. So the way I'm seeing it now, this is different than how I sometimes read it when I point out that green, is that his heart is on the ground. Like he's got a grounded heart. Like he's got the green showing. It's not as like vibrant as this, but he's not completely pushing it away either. It's just being more grounded in his heart and his emotions. Because if you're not, these things in the past have created this emotion, these situations. And so then when something new comes in, you're not even looking at it because you're so dissatisfied with what's happened before. You're like, nope, I'm not going to do that. And look at how muted that green on his tunic is compared to the other greens that we've had on the clothing, like especially in the 6 of Wands on that horse. So it's like you're grounded, but you're also stifling that heart chakra so much that you're like, I'm not going to open my emotions up. And this is where I say that balance is going to be important. You want to be balanced. You want to be grounded, but not blocking out other opportunities. You're using your discernment. You don't have to get back into these situations because you've already been there. You know what to look out for. And with the Justice, again, balance. Cutting through the crap, figuring out what it is that you want and looking at it and trusting yourself to be in situations that are going to support you in your heart, that are not going to be situations where maybe it looks one way. I talked about perspective with this card. Looks one way, but it's not. Or that if it is, you have the autonomy and the ability to decide to move out of it sooner than maybe you did in the past. You don't have to wait until you feel like others are telling you it's okay, because you already know, Cancer, that you have the ability to love deeply and also to see, like we all have intuition, but to see what's going on. And so it's you being able to honor yourself as much as you may honor others. And that's part of where that star card healing and balance is coming in. Anything else from the tarot for Cancer? Yeah. That discernment is what I'm seeing with this 2 of Wands. Like being passionate about things, but also that the emotions, the heart, notice that they're over here, being grounded, just balancing the heart, the emotions, and being grounded and knowing that it's okay. You still want to have that passion of the wands and the orange that he has in his clothing. But at the same time, allowing yourself to weigh the options is what I'm hearing. Weigh the options, which goes back to that balance with the Justice. You know, you've got the scales over on this side. All right. And we've got a lot of green and red as a theme. So again, you can still have that heart chakra open, Cancer. That is one of the things that you are known for, is your emotions running deep, but at the same time, being grounded with it. Again, red and green is kind of a theme running through here. I think this is going to be it for the tarot. One more shuffle. Well, nope. All right. So the Love Oracle cards that I have, they're just kind of a generic, got them off of Amazon. Doesn't necessarily mean love, although this is, with the influences card coming out and the reading so far, leaning into just relationships and your relationship with others and yourself in general. So with these cards, I like them because they do have the situation or emotions and things that may go along. So I like how clear that is. So for Cancer, and with the reading we've had so far, what does Cancer need to focus on? I gotta get this card off the floor. Oh. Am I showing anything? No, that's good. All right. Can edit that out if I need to. All right, so Cancer, you had 3 cards come out so far. And so I said, what do you need to focus on? The one that landed on the floor is memories. We have reminiscing, dwelling, and bittersweet. So it's understanding that even with these situations, not all of it was bad. There were some things that were good. And you can hold on to some of those memories if they're helpful, but it's not dwelling on it. It's not staying stuck in the pain and hurt that comes with it, which is what the broken is leading into. Shattered, heartbroken, destroyed. This is why healing was the first card that came out. Just knowing you're not broken. Your emotions and your heart are still there, and they are still beautiful, and they still can bring joy and love to you and to others, but it's you using your discernment. Because sometimes when we have these big hearts, we may want to help everyone. We may want to give love to everyone. And it's being able to recognize that we can't always do that. Ecstasy. This came out in another signs reading, but I can't remember who it was. Chasing thrills, excitement, and good time. So with this, I feel like it's again leaning into that discernment so that you don't get into the more broken-hearted space. It's going to happen sometimes as part of life. But it's using that discernment. If something feels too good to be true, then it probably is. But at the same time, if something feels good, it doesn't mean that it's wrong. So we'll go to the love cards and see if there's anything else that wants to come out. We'll do 2 more shuffles, and then we'll go on to the inner child oracle. All right. So let's see what came out. I'm losing my voice. I have recorded Aquarius through now Cancer. Yeah, like I said, it's finding the balance. We've got beauty on one side, and I keep saying beauty, and then bitterness. So with the bitterness, resentment, anger, and hurtful words, it's letting go of these things. And if there are people that are perpetuating, it's snowing again, continuing to do these things, whether so wishy-washy. If you've got the wishy-washy people in your life that are making you bitter, it's about recognizing the beauty. Charming, graceful, kind-hearted. This is you, Cancer. You're beautiful. Jesus, that's a big snowflake. Excuse me. It's on and off. I don't even know. But this is you. It's being able to see the beauty within yourself and the beauty within others. You are the star who is healing. And as I had saying, what a wonderful world, that song had come into my brain, that you are recognizing the beauty again. So we're going to pull an inner child oracle card from the Amanda Lynn Elsing oracle, and that will be the reading for Cancer. So I'll go ahead while I'm doing this and say I really am enjoying these readings, and you know, thank you so much for watching the video, for liking, sharing, subscribing, following, all the things. Of course, it's going to go on the floor. Let me try to get this. I moved my setup around, so I've got a much smaller table now. Well, that's interesting. This just came out in the Gemini reading before yours, 11, which is a master number, so we're not going to break it down. Do what you need to do. It may be difficult, but now is the time. So we've got the angel, we've got the dark wings. So not everything is going to be love and light. Sometimes it's going to be difficult, but there is a light that's radiating out. And so again, this is about you healing. There's a similar image to, when I moved the stuff, the light moved to the star card, and that quality of this angel. And then I talked about with Gemini how there's like fairy aspect along with the angelic aspect. So it may not look like what you think it's going to, but it's you getting more into that again with the inner child, that inner child who believes in good and knows that it can happen. I'm going to pause and let you see these snowflakes because I told you it's been on and off, but this is coming down like crazy, and I feel like it's important because we're bringing in that child aspect again. So Cancer, if I don't see you after I show you this, and I gotta show you quick because it's been so wishy-washy, take care. You can book a private read with me if you'd like. Remember that this is a general reading. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't. And I'm going to show you the snow. All right, let's see if we can capture the snow. Look at that. I told you, it's coming down like crazy.